Alright guys, this is a rear end wrap up for my 2000 Lincoln Navigator. I've gone ahead and got the shocks in. I've gotten everything in on the rear end that needs to be in. So the air springs are seated. Tips for the air springs. When you put the air springs in, you're going to want to start the compressor. You're going to have to start the compressor. Now if you're on an incline like I am, what you're going to have to do is disconnect the ride height sensor. You're going to want to push that up. That would engage the compressor. You no need to start the truck up, put it in gear or anything. If your compressor is not starting, then your ride height sensor is not aligned properly. Okay? Another thing, the bolts for rear trailing arms. You have a 21 millimeter bolt at the top of the axle. Some may say 22, but this is a Lincoln 2000 Lincoln Navigator Limited. Okay, that one is 21 millimeter. When you get the kit to change it out, it'll probably be a 22 millimeter to get it back in. Okay, and now for the other three bolts on the rear of the Navigator, they're 22 and 24 millimeters. If you don't have a 24 millimeter wrench, find you a 15/16. It fits just perfectly. Okay, now onto the shocks. What I had to do for the driver's side shock, I actually had to come from this side of my Navigator and go above my tank with a long extension. This one preferably. This one will get you right over the dry shaft. That way you'll be able to crank it. You might want to use an impact socket because they are longer. They can reach a little bit further, but that's what I use. And let me see. Another tip and a trick that you want to need and you want to get for any repair on your truck or car that requires tension, you want to get a ratcheting strap. This will be your best friend, especially with dealing with tension. Because the simple fact of it is, and another thing is, before I go on, you want to start on your passenger side. Why? Because the simple fact of it is, the bolt on the driver's side is located next to the gas tank. It's like literally right there where the gas tank is. Now, do the estimates. If the bolt on your driver's side is located by the gas tank and you got a free side over here, and your kit came with bolts, because my upper trailing arms, they came with bolts. So there were about 2, maybe 3 more bolts I can use. That bolt can be sacrificed. It can be cut. So that's the reason why I went ahead and cut that bolt. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think what else it is. Torque specs for the lower and upper trailing arm, I believe, is from anywhere to 85 to 125 foot-pounds. The torque spec for your lug nuts is between 130 to 150. You can torque anything down without having a torque wrench. All you need is probably about maybe a foot-long breaker bar and a piece of pipe. You just tighten it down to the point where you feel resistance, and then you probably give it about another maybe 3 o'clock turn, maybe 3 or 6 o'clock, depending on which part of the vehicle you're working on. Some of those you have to give them a full 12 o'clock around. But if you know your rotations and everything, and I just wanted to wrap up the rear end, I have another video coming about my lower ball joints, and I have videos coming about my 99 Ford Explorer. So tune in, guys, and I hope I helped y'all a little bit. If you have a 2000 Lincoln Navigator, the trailing arms go from 99 to 2004. So I hope I helped y'all with this. And the air springs, I'm telling you, the clip at the top of the air springs will be a sucker to put back in. because mine was real rusty at the top, so I had to twist and push and twist and push until I can get that clip in. But I'm pretty sure y'all can do it. But this is OJ's Automotive signing out until the next video.